Good afternoon. We are live. Aloha Friday Marketing Jam Session. Let me pull my comments here. See who is here with me, trickling in. Got my background music going, feeding the ducks. I'm coming to you from Washington today. This is my office out here. I don't know if many of you have seen that yet. But yeah, today we're going to be doing something a little different. Something I think is really special. We're going to be talking more about SEO, my favorite service to sell, the most popular service that we sell in our agency. Oh, you can't hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. I think you guys can hear me. Cool. Whoever this is, whoever's running the offline sharks, you need to turn your volume up. Cool, let's jump into it.
It's now time, the moment you've been waiting for. Get ready for the fastest 60 minutes of marketing strategies and tactics to build your remote empire from anywhere in the world. After 167 agonizing hours, they've finally returned. From the sun-soaked Sin City and the sandy shores of Maui, Hawaii, now back for a brand new Aloha Marketing Jam Session. It's your hosts, the Offline Sharks and Remote Millionaires, Tom Gaddis and Nick Ponte.
And we're back. Man, that intro video is pretty irrelevant right now. Tom's not even here with me. Tom's hanging out with his mom, who is visiting from out of town. He is in Vegas, but he's not here in the stream. And like I said, I'm here in Washington. And so, yeah, it's looking good. Hey, everybody, a lot of people here. I see Richard here. Dorn's here. Dorn, I'm feeling you, man. Let's get some likes on this stream. It's good to see you here. I don't know if you guys know, but Dorn was feeling pretty bad. I think you had a sinus infection, right, Dorn? It's good to see you back and doing well. I think you're going to like what we have on the stream today, Dorn. Michael's here. Tim is our operations manager at the agency. So we have a couple of members of our team, everybody from the agency on the YouTube stream watching this, because I don't know if all of you were there on the stream earlier this week on Wednesday. Put a me in the comments if you were there on the stream or on the webinar we did on Wednesday. We talked all about search engine optimization and using artificial intelligence with search engine optimization. And that training was so powerful that we want to do something completely different, bring everybody back to the live stream and show you live here today on how we are going to rank a new agency website. And so important, the information was so good that I wanted our team at the agency to also be here to be taking notes, because we are using this. We are going to be using this for all of our clients. And what I want to do is have them get brought up to speed, just like you should be having your team brought up to speed, as well as yourself, on how to not only use this to get clients, but also deliver the SEO services, the fulfillment side of things for your clients as well. We're in a crazy time where AI is in front of us, and we are going to take massive advantage of artificial intelligence and Zagio, a tool that we're using for our SEO, to have an edge on every other marketing agency out there. And so all of you are here today because we want to show you what that is like. And I have a super high level SEO, Mr. Herc Magnus, here with me as well on the stream. I just put him on blast. He wasn't even ready. You're muted. There you are.
Thanks for that intro.
Yeah. Surprise intro, just real quick out of nowhere. So I have Herc with me. Those of you that don't know Herc is crushing it with SEO. He's somebody that I go to all the time because I know that he lives and breathes search engine optimization. He's somebody that is on the forefront, cutting edge. I mean, when you're doing search engine optimization, the most important thing is to know what the data looks like. And you only know what the data looks like if you rank hundreds, thousands of keywords and websites. And Herc is one of those people that I know very well to be doing that. So yes, he's a friend, but he's also somebody that is crushing it with SEO. And so we brought him here today because we want to demo Zagio. So let me show you all real quick something that Herc showed me this morning that I was freaking blown away by. Some of you were there on our live stream where Wednesday, what was Wednesday? Wednesday was the 27th? 28th. Since that stream, we looked up this keyword, Los Angeles carpentry, and we were, I think, 4 places behind. This morning you showed it to me where you're in position 6. It bumped up just in a couple of days. And so that is a very strong competitive search term, right? Los Angeles carpentry. If you're a general contractor and you're ranking on the first page for this term, that's a very valuable term. You're going to get some leads. And so this is why this is important, everybody. Being able to take advantage of this tool to increase your rankings and your clients' rankings in these competitive terms, these competitive industries, is going to obviously generate a lot of income for you, but have your clients stay with you longer. You're going to be able to make more money from them. You're going to make them more money. It's going to make your business a lot better. And so this is what we're here to talk about today. And so after the stream, or the webinar, I keep calling it a stream. I don't know why I keep saying that. The webinar on Wednesday, we had a special unannounced bonus that came in at the end of the call. And if you were there, you know what I'm talking about. I'm not going to share all the details of that, but what you're going to see here today on this stream is a piece of that. If you want to get all the details of that bonus, you're going to have to watch our replay. I'm going to give you a link in a few minutes here, but this is a piece of that. So our agency, as you all know, we have an existing agency website, nickponte.com. We're ranking for a lot of search terms out there. For some reason, I'm not showing you that window. We're ranking for a lot of search terms, Hawaii SEO, Maui website design, things like that, right? This is our website here. So a while back, I started toying with the idea of rebranding nickponte.com to an actual brand name. The brand name I came up with is 808 Agency. And the reason I came up with that is because Hawaii is a very specific place. People that run businesses there, they want to know that their marketing company is located there. And so our area code is 808. So I wanted to give that geographical relevance. You're calling from a phone number. It's an 808 number. You talk to somebody with your outbound prospecting. You say, hey, we're from 808 Agency. They immediately know you're there. It also has the cool advantage of if we were to go prospect in New York City or Washington or California or anywhere in the mainland, 808 Agency wouldn't really come off as Hawaii specific. It's just an agency. And so we kind of have the opportunity to have 2 bites of the apple, so to speak. And so the issue that I have with that, and some of you might be having this issue too, is that if my website is ranking so well right now, should I just create a new website and redirect to that new website and risk transferring all of my authority, transferring all of my rankings, or possibly just setting up a new website and ranking two websites in the Google search and then having 2 pieces of real estate? And so that's what we're going to go with. And so I have a website set up, 808agency.com. It's a brand new website. Obviously, it looks very similar, right? Very close. Haven't done anything to this website, really. It's basically not indexed. I'll show you the rankings. It just started showing up in Google, so it's relatively new. And I think that's important to let you all know that, I want you all to follow along with this. We're going to install Zagio, which is Herc's plugin that he's developed with Todd. And, they've built up and have some impressive case study results to show for what they can do with the tool. And so we're going to Herc and I are going to kind of go off the cuff. We're going to talk about installing it on this site. I'm going to ask questions. He's going to show me what he's doing. You guys can ask questions. And, that's kind of what I have planned for today. So does that sound good, everybody? Give me a 100 if you're ready to go. And that is some information that you're excited about. Somebody says, I like the name, Nick. I would go 2 websites. That's what we're doing. Right. We want 1 and 2 for Hawaii SEO, Maui website design. Cool. All right, Herc, you ready?
Yeah.
I'm going to give you the screen, or you can take the screen.
Let's see.
See lots of 100s. Look, Frank the Tank is here. What's up, Frank?
Entire screen. Screen 2. Share.
There you go.
All right. So I did already install Zagio. I only got what? We only got an hour, right, Nick?
Yeah, we got 45 minutes.
Okay. So the idea here is to help Nick using Zagio to get this going off the ground. I did have a quick call with Nick before this just to cover some stuff to speed stuff up, talk about his most common services, talk about the strategy, talk about Hawaii. I didn't know, I thought there was a city Hawaii in Hawaii. Turns out Hawaii's just the island, but it's also a state. We talked about all that stuff. And what it boiled down to is the same thing that it actually always boils down to when you're going to start doing search engine optimization is you got to lead with keyword research. Okay. You got to find out what the people are searching for, and then present it to them in a structured manner. Okay. And even that even applies if you're going with an existing website with existing pages like 808 already has. We talked about that. Are we going to create new pages, scrap pages, whatever? And it just once again boiled down to, okay, your bread and butter is kind of web design, SEO and pay-per-click marketing, but there's still other opportunities that fit really well within the whole agency service, such as web design, such as reputation, such as social media marketing. But we're not going to start there with 45 minutes. We're going to focus on SEO and PPC. And then also, with the fact that this is an 808 agency, we have Hawaii, we have Oahu, we have Maui, right? So we have multiple service, multiple location, and we want to take them all, right? Like ultimately, so we really got to do a good job with keyword research. So first thing I'm going to do, okay, is Zagio is already installed here. Okay. So I'm still on 808 agency. So let me close this up. First thing I want to do is I want to pull in the pages that are already existing into this project planner. If you don't know what it is, go catch the replay. So I'm going to run an audit, and Nick, he's got Yoast on here. Right. So Zagio detects that Yoast is on here, and before we even start, and you just click the button and it says bring everything over from Yoast into Zagio so that everything's the same, and then you can
sorry, yeah. I'm gonna try to interrupt you as little as possible, but I think this one is important. So I want you all to look at this from the lens of, like, if you have a client, say you get a new SEO client, a lot of them are going to probably have Yoast or all-in-one. They're going to have an SEO plugin, right? And so the thought process and the fear for a lot of SEOs is like, well, I don't want to touch anything and I don't want to ruin anything. But what we have with Zagio, which is amazing, is we have what Kurt's going to show you, the ability to audit. And then we have the ability to, Zagio is plugged in to AI to basically do competitor research and check what people are in the number 1, 2, 3, 4 position, and give you recommendations and how to outrank the people that Google is already seeing in the first position. And, you don't really have to be technical to know this stuff, because Zagio really tells you what it is. So for those of you that, you're interested in SEO, you've never gotten an SEO client, like, this is for you, because it really takes all that advanced level shit out of it, and it gives you what you just need from the competitor research up front and center. So we're going to talk more about getting clients too, for those of you that haven't even used SEO yet. And I'm going to let Herc get back to it, but I just wanted to make sure you guys knew that.
Yeah. Okay. So by default, when you run an audit, your domain that you're working on is populated, and you just click run audit. And what that's going to do is now that it's transferred everything from Yoast, it pulls it all into Zagio. And then here we have all the pages on this site, and then their title, URL, description, H1, which is the core elements of optimization, right? But it also tries to find, are you ranking for any keywords on those pages? And, it's a rather, like Nick said, it's a rather new site, so I'm not seeing much. Here we have a bit. Maui web design, page 7, 8, 9 for those keywords. So that gives me a good starting point, right? But really what I want to do today, because of the limited time, is I want to focus on like the main brand, which is going to be Hawaii SEO, right? And for that, we have to do some keyword research. Like I've got these pages here, I can add keywords to them later on. So I'm going to actually go back to projects. And since Nick Ponte is you've been having that kind of discussion, should I 301 it? Should I do this? Should I do that? Because it's already established. It's already got brand authority. And we're really just building a second property to try and compete with this one. This is the best property to analyze, right? We're going to do a lot of our kind of research based on Nick Ponte. So I'm going to run another audit. Okay. And I'm going to just click continue here. This time I'm going to replace the audit domain to Nick Ponte, right? And then I'm going to ignore local pages, local meaning the pages on 808agency.com, and I'm going to run a new audit. And it's going to, this time it's not going to pull in the pages on your own site. It's going to go look at nickponte.com, and you can see how fast it is. So here's all the pages on nickponte.com and the keywords that are ranking and the title, URL, description, H1. It's really fast, right? And the reason I'm doing this, guys, is because I want to start with Hawaii SEO, right? Because that's going to be the main thing. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do something called a seed phrase. I want to pull out all the keywords that have the term Hawaii in them. So I'm going to go keyword functions, seed keywords into a new group. I'm going to call it Hawaii SEO. And then my seed keywords are going to be Hawaii. Okay. Did I spell that right? HAWAII.
Yep.
Okay.
You guys see how much time this already saves? Normally you're like Google search, another tab, looking at your website, looking at another website. You have like 15 tabs open by now, but it's all right here in this one area, which makes it super convenient.
So remember, the first thing we did is we audited nickponte.com, which is primarily the subject matter of that website is digital marketing, SEO, web design. So all those keywords that are ranking on that property are very, very filtered down already. The next thing I did was I said, okay, out of all the keywords on all the pages that Nick Ponte's ranking for, pull all the stuff that says Hawaii into a single group. Okay, now that I got that group, actions, I'm going to move this. I'm actually going to create a new project first because I want to, in my mind, I like to get a clear picture of what's going on. So I'm going to go a new project and I'm going to name it 808agency.com because these are going to be this page is just like a blueprint, right? When you build a house, you do a blueprint first. So I want to do the blueprint. Then once we have the blueprint, we'll move it over to the existing pages. That's kind of how my thinking works. Okay. So this group of keywords, okay, that Nick Ponte's ranking for is very relevant. I'm not even looking at them. I already know they're very relevant. So I'm going to move this to that 808 group. Okay.
You're just putting all that information in another bucket, basically.
Exactly. Projects, think of projects as like a project folder.
Okay.
Right. And you can have as many folders as you want. And then, so that's why, I mean, way back in the day, I was like, I don't know, project planner. I don't know. I just called it that. And then as we do things like wizards or audits, it self-names them. So you know what they are. Right. So if I open up, oh, see, this was an audit of 808 agency. This is the other one. Sorry, let me go back over here because Nick Ponte has all the juice in it and I like the juice. I pulled out all the keywords that have Hawaii in them. Now I want to do it again, right? Because there's so much data here. It's like, it can be hard to go through. So a lot of it's irrelevant data to me. So the next thing, keyword functions, seed keywords into a new group. This time I want to pull out all the remaining words that have the word SEO or search engine, right? Which includes search engine optimization. And this time I'm going to name it one.seo just so it shows up first when I create it. So there you go. It just goes through and it grabs all these keywords. And the one thing that's common amongst all these keywords, SEO is in them, right? So actions, move to a different project. We'll put it in that 808. No, not the audit one, the main one. Move.
So you essentially just took all the keywords and put them into that folder. So now if you open up that folder, all those keywords are already there. And
yeah, and I'll show that. I'm going to rename this just so it's easier because we have two 808s. So I'm going to call this main 808 and then the other one's called audit 808. So we know what the difference is. And you can rename projects like I just did. So if we like open that folder to answer your question, Nick, I think I did put it in the wrong one because I was being silly.
Silly man.
Yeah, I'm so silly. Let's see. I know there was a big.
So Zagio is primarily a WordPress plugin, but if you look at the replay, there's actually some really interesting things where they have a Chrome extension that is it's live, but it's in beta and it's being developed to where you will be able to have a lot of the cross access into basically any website. So Enrique, if you're thinking about using this on tons of different platforms, you're definitely going to want to watch the replay link that I'm going to share with you shortly.
All right, so here we have our two main groups of keywords. One is all the words that we're ranking on Nick Ponte, which contain the term Hawaii. The next one is all a bunch of terms that contain the word SEO or search engine optimization, right? So these are all very, very relevant to the primary encompassing subject matter of what 808 agency is going to be. So now it's my job to be like, okay, well, if I was doing this, what pages would I really target? And there's a lot of ways I can do this, but one of the quickest ways, okay, is I'm going to take this big long group of keywords, and now I'm going to go actions, phrase match into new groups, okay? And without really telling you what this does, or you'll see it in a second, I'm going to go 1-1. I'm going to just click phrase match, and all these I built in a bunch of shortcuts to make organization very, very easy. So this group is SEO, this group is ad agencies, advertising, ad agency, agencies, companies. So you can see there's a little bit of duplication, but there's a lot more segregation now, which is going to make things a lot easier. So now I'm just going to look at the groups individually. Okay, ad agencies Hawaii, ad agencies Hawaii. So this is going to be like ad agency. I'm going to put them in caps, just so I know. And then I'm going to look at advertising agencies. That's probably going to go into ad agencies. Here we have ad agency Hawaii. So you see how I'm just dragging keywords, advertising in Hawaii. It's kind of weak, but I'm going to pull it in. The Hawaii agency is also a little bit weird.
So when you say it's kind of weak, what do you mean? Are you looking at some metrics there?
So in my mind, what I'm thinking there, the Hawaii agency, I'm thinking from the perspective of the person who's searching that keyword on Google and what are they looking for?
Yeah.
Right. The Hawaii agency. I have no idea. That could be an SEO agency, an acting agency. It could be anything.
Yeah.
So it's not really truly 100%. I do not know with 100% confidence what this searcher is searching for. Right. So really, I'm not interested in it, because knowing that the next thing I'm going to do when I'm done this keyword group is optimize, and the AI optimize considers every word. So even though the Hawaiian agency as words themselves are relevant, it's not a keyword I'm interested in, because I don't know 100% what that searcher is searching for, versus ad agency Hawaii, Hawaii advertising agency, advertising in Hawaii. Even that one is slightly weak, but ad agencies Hawaii ad agencies. 100% everyone that's searching those different phrases is searching for the same thing, which is what we're going to deliver optimization based on.
Nice.
Okay, so then we have business consultants, business grants, marketing agencies. So what I'm going to do is, when I'm not sure about something, I keep it, but I don't necessarily know if I'm going to use it. So, but we're going to put it in there. So advertising agency and marketing agency, that's almost the same thing, but depending on the keyword volume of those things, maybe not enough to create a new page for. So marketing companies, I'll put that with marketing.
So when you're laying it all out like this, Herc, you're building the architecture. Like are these already pages that are live, or are you just organizing it right now?
I'm organizing. Okay. Right now I'm organizing keywords into tight groups that will become pages.
That's such an easier
very unique focus.
Yeah. It's such an easier way to create the pages. And then so the site already has 4 or 5 pages or whatever it is. Are they there as well? Or
they're still there.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not doing anything to the site right now. What I'm doing is not affecting anything on the site. It's just I'm building that blueprint. However, that first audit that I did of your own site, where I said I want to pull in what pages you have on your site, and I'll open 2 windows to kind of show the difference here. Let me close that. I'm going to open the, which one's open over here? This is the audit. And then this one's the main one that I'm kind of doing my blueprint on. Okay. You can see the top right of each of these groups of keywords. There's nothing there, right? And there's no titles, no descriptions, no nothing. All there is a bunch of keywords and an idea of what we're going to do. However, on this one, what we requested was all the pages and posts on your site. And you'll notice in the top right, you see post, page. So it's telling you this is a live page. So if I was to say, here's the home page, but like this one, first of all, let me turn on a filter. Okay. Filter post by type, just show me pages. Okay. Posts are blogs. I know that. Now I'm only looking at the pages, and I can go to this about page and click on this page link, and it'll take me to the page that's already there into the WordPress editor. So there it is. Right.
Nice. That's pretty nice.
Yeah, it's just like like I said, tons and tons of shortcuts to make your life faster and easier. And if you want to know if you're working on something, like, and the funny thing about this page is you can see it doesn't have a title or description, and that's what's there. Like literally, that's what Google sees. That's what people see. So if I were to edit this about 808 agency, right, and then save that, that actually made the change that Google will see because it is a page that is live on your site. And this becomes a single dashboard to optimize all the pages or posts on your site while knowing the keywords you're going after, the competition of the keywords, and then being able to track the rankings as well.
Nice.
It's just a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
So this digital marketing agency, I'm going to change this. I'm gonna call a group scrap, or maybe, I don't know, it doesn't matter.
These are just notes for you, basically.
These are just my own mental notes. Yeah, I'm going through each group one at a time. And the other thing I can do too is if I'm getting, too much stuff, like I like the maybe, but this is now an empty group, so I can select it. This is empty. I'm going to select it. We're not interested in business consultants or small business grants. So I'm going to select it, select companies, select this one. It's empty. And then group functions, delete selected groups just to get them out of there. They're empty or they're irrelevant. And now they're not going to clutter my brain.
Mm-hmm.
Say graphic designer Hawaii, love it. Okay, I'm going to definitely keep that. We have digital marketing, but I'm pretty sure we had a group for digital marketing already. Or maybe that was the one I created. Hawaii search engine optimization. So there's our SEO group. So we'll save that. Target.
No. Target? No. We don't need them.
Yeah, so get rid of that. Web design, web developer. Web design, web developer. So that's two different things.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm going to actually use this button to add an empty group.
Yeah. I'm going to take a couple questions here while you're doing that, Herc. Sure. Jeff says, I haven't seen the replay yet. Will this give you information to get your new sites indexed quicker? 1000%, Jeff. Definitely. Somebody said that it seems like grab the sites from the first page, then you have to say what is excluded. Yeah. So you're essentially doing competitor analysis, which in any industry is what you want to start with, right? If you have a new client in the solar industry and they're trying to get to the top of Google for solar, what's the best way to get there? The best way to get there is look at the guy that's in the #1 position and see what they're doing, how much content is on their site, how many pages are on their site, what pages are on their site, recreate those pages for you or for your client, and then add the same amount of content, but better content, and optimize for that. Because if you optimize the same as the person in position 1, then Google really has no choice other than to be like, okay, well, this guy is clearly, at the same line in the race as this other guy who's in the #1 spot. And then once that's called your on-page optimization, right? Once you really get that locked in, then it becomes about doing the backlink thing and buying, citations and stuff like that. But you have to get this stuff first correctly. And this is the piece, I promise you guys, this is the piece that people get wrong so many times. And I'll ask everybody here, who has thought that they have done SEO to a website and never really seen any improvement to the rankings? Put a 2 if that is you. If you've thought you've done SEO, but you've seen very little to even maybe no improvement after buying, backlinks and all the things that people tell you to do. Okay, well, the reason that is because your on-page optimization is not correct. And the reason we are starting here today is because this is the first thing that you need to get in place, because it doesn't matter how many backlinks you buy. It doesn't matter how many signals you have. If you do not get this in place, Google is never going to find you relevant for the terms that you are trying to rank for. And so once you get this in place, you're laying the foundation, right? You're not going to build a house without laying a foundation. With search engine optimization, the foundation is this. And with this tool, you have all the competitor analysis for who is relevant and ranking at the top right here in front of you. And then that way you can recreate what they have and then do it a little bit better, which is why this is so valuable. Somebody asked if Zagio grabs keywords from just one competitor site, so you can have Zagio grab keywords from you can target specific sites. So you can run searches to any site that you want. And then you can do what Herc is doing exactly as this with those sites. But since he's targeting my site, which we're trying to outrank the nickponte.com website, which is number one, we're just using that as the actual example. We're modeling it right now. He's looking at the first step that he did was he scraped that site for all the important keywords that it's ranking for. And then he used the tool to recreate a page for every single keyword. And now he's just removing the pages that are irrelevant because the tool is going to grab some terms that aren't really relevant, right? We have pages on the Nick Ponte site that are review pages for clients, like Auntie Sandy's banana bread, which you'll see like that's a page that was pulled in, right? Banana bread. Like you're not going to need a banana bread page for this new SEO website. So he's going to remove that, but it's so much easier to take away than have to figure out what to add. And so rather than doing that, he's just adding all the important relevant things right now, and he's refining what he's doing. And then this is where it gets really exciting, if it's not already exciting enough, is we're going to start to populate the content with suggestions based off of artificial intelligence, which, normally everybody, if you've done SEO at all, you know that what he's doing right now will take you days. It'll take you days, and you're going to be guessing. You're going to think you get it correct. You're going to hope you get it correct. You're going to wait 2, 3, 4 months with your fingers crossed and watch your rankings, and, hopefully something happens. But if you haven't done this a bunch of times and tested a process to make sure it actually works, most people really never get off the ground because they don't ever see that change. And so, I've seen the change because I've ranked a ton of sites. Herc's seen the change because he's ranked a ton of sites. But if you're new, you're going to find it difficult. Whereas if you just go after competitor analysis using this tool, you are going to be the top SEO because you're using the person that's a number one for whatever website you're trying to rank for as your baseline of where you're starting. And again, not only for you, but for your clients. And so if you're a new SEO, what I recommend is you watch the replay that I'm going to share the link on this stream. You watch that replay later on after the stream, and then you pick up Zagio. We got a stupidly insane offer on the pricing, especially when you factor in like what is to come for this tool. It's already solid enough as it is, but AI is changing pretty dramatically and pretty quickly. So right now it's a great offer. It's a special offer just for you sharks that are here. I would recommend you get it and you start optimizing your own agency site. We get tons of leads from the nickponte.com website, leads coming to us saying, hey, will you build my website? Hey, will you do my SEO? Hey, will you do my Google ads? Because we're ranking for Hawaii SEO, Maui website design, Maui Google advertising. People find us organically. So those of you that suck at prospecting, like you hate cold calling, you hate running ads, you hate looking for clients, you can just geek out on doing this, follow the training and the steps that Herc has that come with this tool, and rank, and then have people hitting you up, emailing you, calling you, which is why SEO is such a valuable thing for people that don't like prospecting, because you're setting up your business in a way that people come to you and say, hey, I'm in the market looking for a website. Can you help me? Your website says you can help me. You just lay out your terms rather than calling people and saying, I can build you a new website. It's a different sales process. It's much easier. Back to you, Herc.
Okay. I'm pretty much almost done, at least with this group. So there was a couple keywords in this. I have two. You'll notice I have two homepage SEOs because I'm always thinking ahead, right? The big difference here, guys, is the word Hawaii. Okay. Hawaii search engine optimization, Hawaii, and then SEO or search engine optimization. This group, however, was initially what I was going to say homepage SEO, but there's Maui SEO, SEO Maui, and then there was these other keywords that I've ticked off: SEO discovery, Forbes SEO, SEO portfolio. Irrelevant. You're ranking for them, but they're irrelevant, and they're irrelevant because you're not going to try and optimize for those keywords, but you will organically rank for them likely anyways. But you want to make sure when you're optimizing a site that you are crystal clear what this page is about, right? And AI writes its optimizations based on the keywords that you feed it. So if you have a long ass list of irrelevant keywords, it's going to write irrelevant optimization. But if you have a crystal clear group of keywords like this one is, Hawaii search engine optimization, Hawaii SEO companies, company, SEO Hawaii, Like I said earlier, you'll know with 100% guarantee that everyone that is searching any variation of these keywords is looking for the same thing. And that's what I mean by tight focus, right? Where here, somebody that's searching for SEO smooth, what the hell does that even mean versus Maui SEO? Different meanings, get rid of them. So I'm getting rid of these keywords. Okay, I just wanted to make a note of that. And it's very, very important if you want to get very, very good rankings, to get very good at defining what your keywords are and making sure that they have the same semantic meaning. So now that I've gotten rid of those, I think I deleted the group by mistake, which is kind of a bummer, but that's okay. We're left with this. Okay, here's where we're at now. We're going to have our homepage targeting Hawaii SEO keywords, and then we're going to have these additional pages: an ad agency or a digital ad agency, graphic design, digital marketing, logo design. This is an empty group. This is an empty group. Pay-per-click marketing, a web developer, and a web designer. Do you provide all those services in your agency, Nick?
Yes, sir.
Then you're going to need a page for every one of those things. Okay, those are all services you offer. So we're going to create a highly optimized page for each of those services with a highly optimized URL slug. Okay, so for instance, this is likely going to be your homepage. So what I would recommend if this was going to be your homepage, of course, you want the volume and the CPC of these keywords. And there's a little bug that they were there before, but when I moved them over here, they disappeared. So I'm going to grab the competition of these keywords. I know they were good competition keywords. So
would you recommend that I make Hawaii SEO a page, or should it be the homepage? Should the homepage be about the brand, or should the SEO?
No, you're
page?
right. Actually, you're right.
Which I the reason I ask is because I made nickponte.com the Hawaii SEO page. And
no, you're right. You're absolutely right. The homepage should be about your company.
Yeah.
Because in this regard, you're offering a lot of services, and SEO in Hawaii isn't your main service, but it's one of the services you offer. So for that reason, you're absolutely right. I wasn't even thinking that because I'm so used to EMD marketing.
Yeah.
No, you're right.
EDM marketing? No.
Yeah, EDM. I listen to EDM when I'm doing that. So this is actually good. So except for, I'm going to, this little star button actually selects all the keywords, and then I'm going to go actions, get keyword competition. I am going to fix the bug that I just saw now where the volume disappeared for some reason, because part of, and this, I'm going to get the keyword volume and CPCs as well. But this function right now is kind of a little wonky, so I'm going to get that. We're going to get that fixed as well. When optimizing, you want to combine. So when you're writing your title, especially, and your URL, those are the two of the most important. You want to go after the lowest competition, highest traffic volume keyword. So typically, what I do is I'll sort by volume, which, see, it's kind of buggy.
I love that though, man. I love that you can see these metrics right there on this page, because
on the page that you're optimizing.
Yeah, we're using, 4 tools to do this, everybody. Somebody said, Nick is definitely psyched for this SEO tool. Hell yeah, I'm psyched about this tool. This, like, I can't even begin to tell you all how much time this thing saves in so many ways. Not just for me, but like for hiring. Like, I don't even really need to hire SEO experts in the agency if I want to scale my agency. I just need to teach people how to use this plugin. So it saves so much time. It saves so much money. It produces way better results, which means that you're going to make a lot more money and your clients are going to be a lot happier because they're going to make a lot more money. So yes, I'm definitely psyched about this tool.
Some weird shit's going on in here for sure. All those groups disappeared out of here, which we can just audit it again. It's not a big deal, but so let's just say, let me just do another thing, okay, while we're waiting for that, because I don't like that volume and shit disappearing, and I'm gonna have a talk with our devs about it. But let's just say now that we have kind of, we have some ideas of where we're going after, right? Like, these are all very tightly focused, relevant keyword groups that we're going to create pages for. Before I optimize, I definitely want to know my keyword monthly search volume and CPC, as well as the in title and in URL count of those, because that's going to help me direct what's most important to optimize for, in a way that, like, I could tell you right now, everybody's going after this term, Hawaii SEO. The in title count is high, the in URL count is high. That means it's going to be harder to rank in Google for a keyword like this, where a keyword like this, which has an in title count 144 and 8, is much lower, but it has the exact same meaning. And if it has the exact same search volume, that's opportunity to optimize differently than what everyone else is doing. Hopefully everyone understood what I just said there, because that's a huge point. You're getting the same leads and you're just getting them cheaper, faster, and easier.
Yeah, it's low hanging fruit, right? Like if there's the same amount of search, then why not go for the easier term? And then if you go for the easier term, you're going to start to get traffic. Once you start to get that traffic, you're going to be able to go after the more competitive term.
You're going to rank for the other term as well. So let me do something else. I'm going to go to AI Wizard. Okay, so now what I'm doing is I want more filtered keywords. When we did an audit of nickponte.com, it brought back all the pages and all the keywords that Nick was ranking for, regardless of whether it was ranking number 1 or number 100. But a lot of those keywords are kind of irrelevant. He's just ranking because that's the nature of the beast. When you rank and have a lot of authority, you do. But this wizard, okay, is going to be a more filtered search. So let's go. What city? I'm just going to do Hawaii, even though it's not a city. Okay. And then the keyword is SEO. So Nick, you should come up number 1 here. What it's going to do is search the top 10 in Google for that term, right? On a non-IP based search, meaning it's not like I'm in Philadelphia or New York or Canada. It's a non-IP. So Nick Ponte, there he is, ranking number 1. Okay, so we're going to go after, because I already did Nick. So let's do this guy, Hawaii SEO and web design. And I'll grab him. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to say, filter the results to only contain the keyword below. And by default, we put Hawaii in there. But I could change that to SEO. I could change that to PPC, right? I could change that to whatever I want. But I'm just going to change it to Hawaii. Okay, and then if I was doing something like Clutch, which is kind of a brand, a very, very national site, I don't want to see everything they rank for on every page. I only want to see that specific URL. I would choose Clutch, and that turns on automatically to filter only terms for this. Actually, I'm going to do this one just because it's number 2. So let's finish. Okay, the wizard helps you filter and cluster way faster than what you just saw me do.
Yeah.
It's the same process, but it's all done automatically for you in the background. So here we go. Notice I didn't get as many results. Why? Because I'm filtered, right?
Mm-hmm.
And now I got my volumes back, right? Except SEO Hawaii, there's no way it has 0 search volume, but we know it's about a 260. So I'm going to save this group.
So essentially all the manual stuff that we did in the beginning, you did that manually. You're showing us how it's done. You could run the wizard and you could do all that auto-magically with the wizard, with the AI wizard.
Yeah.
And then you would come back in and you would work it again, but it would definitely be a little bit more tailored to the wizard, to everything.
Yeah, I will work the shit out of every service that you offer to get a full There's my volumes back. Okay, so I would do that to get a full understanding of every service, like digital marketing Hawaii, digital marketing Maui, graphic design Hawaii, graphic design Maui. And the idea here, guys, is I'm going to spend, if I had 10 minutes to build a website and I wanted to rank it for as many terms as possible, as high as possible in Google, I'm going to spend 9 minutes on keyword research and optimization and 1 minute on the rest of the website. And I'll tell you, I've ranked sites, and I think I showed it on that past webinar, where all I had was shit content, no theme, no design, no other pages, ranking number 1 for metal roofing in Miami.
Yeah.
Because of this process, right?
Yep.
Site speed, there's a lot of misconception about things like site speed and schema and link wheels and social profiles, that people think you need these things to rank. And sometimes maybe you do, but the thing you really need is a proper foundation, because when you have a proper foundation, a lot of those other things are unnecessary, right? And this is building the proper foundation, and why I would spend so much time on this process that I'm doing right now, with especially with a client, than I would do on anything else. So here we go. So like, for instance, if I search, no joke here, the number 1 rank keyword is, or the number 1 volume keyword, 260 searches a month, Hawaii SEO. The entitle's 595, 711. But of these next 2 keywords, search engine optimization Hawaii and Hawaii SEO companies, they both have 90 searches per month. But this one has a little less competition. But you also then once again have to think, we're not trying to rank a blog that looks at different Hawaii SEO companies. We are the Hawaii SEO company, but don't worry, this is where AI takes over. This is our low-hanging fruit keyword, but this is what we want to rank for. So let's
when you organize them like that in that hierarchy, is that what you're telling it? You put the top one in the top there, and then you
So right away I'm going to look at the search volumes of all the keywords that we found.
Yeah.
And then first, I want to order by the highest search volume. And second, I want to see, like, if there was like 3 260s, let's say all of these were 260. Okay. I'm going to just change these for now to 260. And they would be green if they were 260.
When you actually write the content and the titles and the metas and everything, it's going to write all that based off of these terms here that you have in this hierarchy, right? Okay. I know I kind of let the cat out of the bag, but I think it's important that people know that. The reason we're putting these terms in here off the competitors and we're organizing them by search volume and how we want to go after them is because we are about to just let AI create all the content, meta descriptions, title tags for all these terms that are specific to who is searching for exactly what we want to be ranking for, which is where your mind's going to be blown.
Yeah. So I changed these numbers to 260 where they were 90. But let's say these were all 260 search volumes. That's why I organize by volume first, so that I can look at the competitive. And I'm looking for the lowest number in the competitive. And if I was looking at this, I would know immediately that this keyword is low-hanging fruit, and I want to optimize most aggressively for that. I will eventually rank for these anyways, but if I lead here first in my title and in my slug, I'm going to rank faster with less links, less time, and get the same amount of clients I would have if I was trying to bust my head against the wall ranking for this keyword.
Yeah, that's crazy. So Hawaii SEO companies has the same amount of traffic, but nobody's going for it.
Well,
or not nearly as many people.
Yeah, like Hawaii SEO is obviously definitely the best one in this group, but it also is the most competitive. So now knowing all this, okay, now it's time to optimize the page. And I'm so used to being on a webinar. A lot of people, okay, Hawaii SEO, or they would be like 808 agency, Hawaii, what do I write? Right? They don't know. But this, I'll tell you this, there's 2 really prime pieces of real estate in the title. This is prime real estate number 1, and then there's often that pipe or that hyphen, and this is prime real estate number 2. Okay, your main keyword that you're targeting needs to go here. All the other stuff that you should be targeting needs to go here. Not your phone number, not your business name, not free consultation, not your call us today. No. There's a lot of words in here, and if I open up this little cloud, okay, there's Hawaii, there's SEO, there's companies, there's engine, there's company, there's search, there's optimization. These words are very, very important, and you better damn well get them in the right order in your title. Either know how to do it or click this button here, click optimize with AI, click continue, and now it will weight the importance of the words for you and then write 5 H1 title and description suggestions for you based on the proper weighting of the words.
Man.
Okay. So
wait, hold on one second. Now I'm going to drop the link to the replay for you all. I think this is a pivotal moment here. I don't want you to watch it right now. I'm just going to put this on the screen, zagio.net/AI-sharks-replay. Open up this replay in another tab, pause it, jump back over here, stay with us. I want you to watch that replay after the stream because we go in even greater detail. We show you lots of other cool things that this tool has done. We're really only scratching the surface. I have an unannounced bonus at the end of that replay that you're not going to want to miss because we're going to do more of this stuff. And there's you can get Zagio for, less than your dinner tonight, probably, so stick with us here. But look at this. This is amazing. He just wrote all of the title tags, meta description.
I wrote options.
5 options.
So then once again, in the back of my mind, when I'm optimizing, I come back here and I know, okay, search engine optimization Hawaii is where I want to go, but Hawaii SEO companies, that's a damn good term because the person who's searching for that term, what are they looking for? SEO companies in Hawaii, right? But we're not like a blog like top 10 SEO companies in Hawaii. So the AI knows that. So let's look at kind of their suggestions. So if I go view AI suggestions, so the titles they're suggesting: Hawaii SEO company, and then search engine optimization, or SEO companies in Hawaii expert document. There's a blog post title. No.
Can you
right?
zoom in a little bit? Can you zoom in a little bit?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're working on title suggestions.
Right.
So notice how everything got worked in there.
Yeah.
Like of everything that we were going after, it's all worked into. Well, there's still the description and the H1, but search engine optimization Hawaii is our main turn, and that's where I'm going to want to go, right? So I'm going to review these. Okay, so I'm just looking and reading. So they didn't nail that, but
well, as a secondary, it's definitely there. You know, the first one, search Hawaii SEO company search engine optimization.
Whoops. I know what I'm going after, so I can take their suggestions, which is very helpful to me, and just make a small edit. Right?
Oh,
now the H1 suggestions, Hawaii SEO company, great. Right? And then description, where this is where people really start kind of botching it and not knowing what to say or not, and they start over analyzing and overthinking. And
who does that? Put a me in the chat if you do that. I know I definitely do that. I did that 2 days ago with the Jeep rental website.
Discover the leading no. See, this one's wrong because that's a blog post. But boost your online presence with the top Hawaii SEO Hawaii company. We specialize in search engine. See, it's using both variations: SEO, search engine optimization. I don't love it. Choose the top SEO. So I could take this one, and I could just like get rid of choose the top, and it would be SEO company in Hawaii for effective optimization strategies. Enhance your website's performance and outrank your competitors. And then there's the H1, there's the slug, there's the title, there's the description, and it's optimized for this cluster of keywords appropriately. And it took so much less brain power and time and effort to do that than the traditional way of doing SEO. So a lot of people ask me, what do you think about AI and SEO in the future? And I'm like, I love it. I love it, man. And like, I am going to leave for a second to go back to that blog post where we did this with Todd's site the other day, and Nick and I, when we were talking, it's like, yeah, man, like really, I guess we're just going to do the same thing I did Todd's site. And this is a live ranking chart. And what I just did, what you guys saw me just do is what I did to Todd's site, okay, for Los Angeles Carpenter. It's
Did it just go up again? Did it
just
go up? It went up again. It was at 6. Now it's at 5.
Well, here's
since this morning.
There's Los Angeles Carpenter, number 5. There's Los Angeles Carpentry, Los Angeles. So when I'm saying back here, you want tightly optimized search intent, that's why. Because now the AI is writing your optimization based on tight intent. And when you create the content, which the AI can also write for you, it's based on the optimization. And then it can build the schema, which is based on the content. And that's how we're able to just take a site that wasn't even in the top 100, do what I just did, and move all the way from not ranking at all to number 5 in Google in a matter of 2 weeks.
Man, that term is
June 15th, 2023. This says June 30th, 2023. So 53. And before I started, it wasn't even ranking.
And it went up in 2 hours.
Yeah.
It was the screenshot that I shared at the beginning of this live stream. Everybody, I'm looking at it right now on my other screen. It says number 6. Now it's number 5. I took that screenshot this morning. Like, this keyword is mooning, as they say. It's mooning. Yeah. Man, so look, we're at 5 till the top of the hour. I would like to stay a little bit longer because I do want to show them putting the actual content on the page. If we could kind of go over that really quick, and we'll kind of leave them with that. Is that cool?
Yeah. So the only one thing I'm going to change, because, we're going to have Hawaii SEO and Maui SEO. I'm going to add, so this is our beauty right here, search engine optimization, Hawaii. Okay. I want a keyword rich slug. So I'm going to add the word Hawaii to it. I'm going to click save changes. Now I'm going to go create a new page from the group. Because a lot of people are like, can this build websites? Well, it kind of can. So I'm going to create a new page. It's creating the page. I'm not going to assign a parent. I'm going to put it as published, and I'm going to click close. Now there's all of a sudden this page tab here, right? Whereas all these other ones, they're just in the research planning phase. This one actually has a page tab. We'll click on it. Okay. The other thing I'm going to do is go in and go to plugins, install plugins, and say goodbye to Yoast, because I don't want Yoast messing with Zagio.
Right, because remember, everybody, when we installed Zagio, we pulled in all the existing settings from Yoast. Zagio did that, and then we don't need those settings. We implemented them and we're adjusting them, and now we can turn it off. And now we're moving to Zagio, which you can see there in the bottom. But how cool was that? Herc just created a page, completely optimized, title tag, meta, description, all that right there. Boom! You can't do that with any other SEO tool.
But now I'm going to write the content, which is going to be a really good baseline for your content, because the AI is sequential. And by sequential, I mean the content that it's going to write is based heavily on the optimization that it wrote. And the optimization that it wrote was based heavily on the keyword group that we found, right? So that's how we create such a tight focus for SEO and on-page optimization. And that's kind of something that I talked about on one of my blog posts a while ago. A lot of people I was reading about surfer SEO and like SEO optimized content. And my comment was pretty simple. I was like, you don't need SEO optimized content to rank well on Google. What you need is good SEO optimization on the page, and the content should be a reflection of that. Right? So good keyword research, good optimization, and your content can be pretty shitty.
Wait, where did that come from?
The AI wrote this. It just, sorry, I changed things, but what I did is I went to the Zagio SEO plugin. I went to AI content and I clicked generate blog content. Now I'm going to click update, and now you have a really good start to your content.
Man, that was freaking magic. That was a magic trick right there. That was a magic trick. Give me some likes in the stream if you felt like that was a total game changer. You know, like, I don't know about you guys, but the other day when I was in ChatGPT copy and pasting some content, number one, I didn't know how much I trusted it comparatively for competitor analysis, because we create stuff based off of competitor analysis. Is my CSS messing with it?
No, it's because I didn't do one thing I forgot to do.
And then so when I copy and paste ChatGPT into a website, it comes in with all the formatting. It's got like the black background and the text is all gray. And if you do that to a website that has existing styling, you kind of like break the look of the website. It's a little weird. And so when you build it all into the website like this, I mean, look at that. It's like, it's already there. It's pulled in. So not having to go back and forth from ChatGPT is one thing, but also telling the AI to create all the content based off of facts is really what it is. It's a fact that my agency is the #1 ranked Hawaii SEO agency. It's a fact that we pulled all the terms and the keywords and the content that website is relevant for. And it is a fact that we created a hierarchy of the most important terms based off of their search volume and what people are actually looking for in relation to finding an SEO company in Hawaii. And now we just have the tool create all of the content and optimize it based off of all of that information. And if you just go to ChatGPT right now and you tell it to write that information, it's going to give you some information. It's going to sound good. It's going to probably be all right, but it is not going to be based off of the facts that we just showed you guys that we're able to do, which is why, and this is, again, we just scratched the surface. There's a lot of things that you can do, especially with respect to onboarding a new client that has SEO. They have a website, they have SEO. You don't want to mess with it. You only want to improve it. With also finding the low-hanging fruit that your prospects could be ranking for, but are not ranking for, and how if you just work with them, you can actually improve their ranking so you can get clients with this. We haven't talked about that on this stream, but you can see that on the webinar. There's just so much more that you can do, but really, I mean, I think you all can see pretty clearly how this is just batshit crazy.
Yeah, and then for anyone who is like really kind of particular about things like H tag hierarchies,
of course
you'll notice, guys, it just nails it. Like FAQs in H2s, our services in H2s, the list of services in H3s. it nails everything. So, you know, this page is ugly, right? Because it's just got all this ugly content. Now there's two things you could do. Laugh when you rank and be like, I can rank ugly content, because honestly, Google doesn't rank pictures, they rank content. And I've ranked number one. If you go Google Miami metal roofing or metal roofing Miami, you'll see a pretty nice site, but I've actually got an overlay on it. But the real content looks exactly like this. And this will do well. This content will do well if we give it about 2 or 3 weeks. But obviously, we also have to please. If Nick has a real agency and he's trying to get people to, like, you know, pay him money, he's going to go and have his team make this look good, or he might want to improve on the content. Now, here's another cool thing. Let's say this is coming. Okay, this is, I don't know, Nick, if you saw this or not, but we have a new Chrome extension being built where if you see this little bit of content and be like, okay, I'm going to actually expand on this. So I just right click the highlighted content. And this is a Chrome extension coming to Zagio. I'm going to send it to ChatGPT to expand on that idea, because it's, you know, one sentence is not that great.
So was that your plugin right there? That little right click, send to ChatGPT? Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and it's doing it, right? So it's expanding on that content. It's rewriting it for me. All I did was use my mouse, my left and my right click buttons, and it's doing quite a big job here. But watch this. Boom. I didn't even touch anything. It actually
wizardry
did the copy paste for me right into my blog.
Wow. Wizardry. That's amazing, man. So what do you guys think? Do you guys think that this is a huge innovative increase in what you can do with search engine optimization? I certainly do. I mean, it's why our team is here watching this right now. It's why, you know, we're going to have to really rethink the way that we're delivering search engine optimization. You know, we know what works, and it works well. And we're doing all of this stuff, a lot of it manually, a lot of it between many different tools, and a lot of it probably at like 75% accuracy. Because really, like I said, we're going off the facts, you know? So I hope all of you really can see the value in this thing. I hope you go to the link that you see on your screen there. You watch the replay. We go into more detail. I'm gonna spend 5 more minutes, maybe 10 more minutes, going through some questions, because I do think people have some questions. Put them in the chat right now, because we're not going to.
You know what's funny? This one guy's like, you just freaking blew my mind again with the Chrome extension. Here's the funny thing, guys. Like, we're looking at one feature of a software on a plugin that also has a whole other app side. Like, you're looking at about 5% of the capabilities of Zagio, but it is the most exciting 5%.
Yeah. Dorn says, I'm thinking of training in-house, ditch most of our SEO. Dorn, 1,000%. You should 1,000% do that. Number one, SEO outsourced partners suck. I mean, let's be realistic. They're not good. I've tried them all in SEO reseller, freaking Vendasta, all of them. I've tried them all. Yes, you can get results. Sure. Yes, you can get activity. You can send reports and clients can feel like you're kind of doing something. But, you know, at the end of the day, when your agency grows, that's not a sustainable way to grow your agency with results and predictability, you know, because what happens is, number one, those white label partners is like, you get a different project manager every day of the week. They have to come in, they have to relearn your project. You have to re-explain the project. If that client has specific information, the client doesn't like you to write articles about that. They don't like to do this. They don't like to do that. You have to bring them up to speed every time. It just becomes more of a headache than having somebody on your team who knows all the details that's on your team. You know, yeah, don't do it. Don't do it. I don't like it.
Somebody, can you post a question about the guy that's like the learning curve at 2:05 p.m.?
Yes.
Because this is pretty cool.
Yes.
And this is worth noting. Okay, number one, no matter what the learning curve is, you're going to save a ton of time once you've gotten over the learning curve. And I think you know that by what you've seen just now. Number two, if you know SEO already, that'll shorten your learning curve because we're talking in the same language. So all you really have to learn is the functionality. And number three, if you feel like you can handle what you just saw today, your learning curve is going to be literally pretty much nil. So there's kind of 3 classifications there.
And there's plenty of training to go along with this. You know, like there's a library, you know, you have videos, step-by-step information, you know, it's really easy to follow along with. Somebody asked, how soon before the average Joe's 12-year-old can build a website for his dad using this technology? I mean,
we're there.
We're kind of there. Yeah, we're pretty much there. But you know, here's what I do know too, though, is that all of you here that are seeing this are just like the tiniest little drop in the bucket of people that know about search engine optimization that know about this tool. You know, there is a huge on-ramp and gap in time where if you were here right now and you use this tool for yourself and your clients, you will have a huge head start in front of everybody, and you can outrank people that, you know, you thought you weren't going to be able to outrank for you and your clients. You can do some amazing things that, you know, not a lot of people are going to be able to do. And, you know, what I really like about this too is like Todd and Herc, they've been working on this tool, the framework of this tool, for years and years and years and years. And as SEO has changed, because it continues to change, Google continues to change, they have continued to innovate their tool to get in front of what Google is doing. And so I predict that there will be a time where you type into Google, you know, Hawaii SEO, and it's going to give you a chat GPT type response. And at that time, this tool is going to be able to get in front of that as well, because Herc and Todd live in this space. They live in this tool. They're constantly innovating it. And, you know, all of the people that have been taking advantage of their tools for a long time have been able to stay in front of everybody else. And so, you know, when it comes to competitors and other people out there that are doing search engine optimization, like, this is your time right now to have an edge on everybody else. Like, this is your time. So, you know, go check it out. I'm excited to see
Hopefully we can remain ahead of that curve too. Like, we've been, you know, like, there is a window, because Zagio is not as big as Yoast. We're not as big as Rank Math, and that's what 99% of the market is using, either that,
right,
Yoast or Rank Math. So having this is a huge advantage over those other two plugins. And maybe that window is small, maybe it's big, I don't really know. But hopefully you can see the uniqueness in which I approach SEO versus, you know, those other tools. That uniqueness is coming from me, and that's going to remain with this tool. And as things progress and change, I'll be progressing and changing the tool with it. I can't even count the number of updates we've given to Zagio. It's thousands and thousands. We're 8 years old now, this software. But I'll tell you, AI was the ability to have AI learn and be able to reproduce my process was a massive update to Zagio. But without the project planner, it still would have kind of been, you know, not that exciting. But when you have something like this, where everything's brought into a single view, where we're eliminating the amount of tools that you need to pay for and use and log into and have windows open, we're eliminating the amount of, you know, we have all the pages in one view. The AI plus the project planner, it's just like, I think we're way ahead of the curve on this one this time.
Oh, you definitely are.
We're going to try to keep ourselves there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we're watching AI. I'm in every AI group. I'm on Twitter watching all the AI posts, the new tools that are coming out. So we're ahead of it right now. I'm going to do my best, of course, to stay ahead of it.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah. Cause, you know, you guys, the first version of Zagio was really about the project planner, you know, and I know that because, you know, that was when we first looked at it. And because they had the project planner like this really mapped out, as soon as that AI integration came out, it was like, oh, you have the project planner. Now you have all the content. Now you have all the competitor analysis. Now you have all that stuff. And it was just like, oh shit, like they were ready. They were poised, you know, to be where they're at.
It was like preparation meeting luck. And
yeah,
you know, like, I didn't know AI was going to come out. And when it did come out, I was like, man, how can we use this in our tool? You know what I mean? And then when we figured it out, it was just like, oh, this is bananas.
Right. So also, I mentioned this in the webinar. I mean, anybody that has an AGM website, you have a community resource website, think about installing this and going after all the community topics in your area: restaurants, real estate, things to do, things near me, and populating your AGM, your community resource website with content, SEO optimized content, and all of the organic traffic that you're going to bring into that. I mean, that's pretty wild, right? It's pretty wild to think about. Can you show them the reporting? There's a keyword rank reporting there. You just click on that.
Yeah. So the other side of this tool, this is the WordPress plugin. Okay. Obviously I'm working on 808 Agency, which is a WordPress website where we installed the Zagio plugin. But the other side of that is actually an app where it gives you the ability to manage all your clients. And it's I think I'm logged into Todd's account right now, so hopefully you don't mind me sharing shit. So like we have the ability to have all your websites in there, but the reporting functionality specifically, you would go into the rank tracker. So here's that Los Angeles Carpenter site that we did a blog post about, and this little share icon. If you click this, okay, it brings you to this screen, which is the rank tracker for that particular website with your information kind of on it, and very little Zagio branding other than the URL. And that's something you can supply to the client without giving them access to your entire account.
Sick. That's awesome. Canceled another tool that we already pay for right there.
Yeah, because I mean, what to me, you know, these big 5-12 page audit reports is full of, you know, fluff. Yeah. Show them that you can rank their goddamn keywords on the first page of Google. They don't care about anything else. If I had a Los Angeles carpenter that came to me 2 weeks ago that wasn't on the first page, and I said, here's your report, watch it over the next, you know, 2 to 3 weeks. And he comes in one day over the last few days, right? He comes to this report and he started watching it here. And then he's like, oh yeah. And he's like, oh man, what are you doing? I'm like, no, just wait. He's like, oh wait, shit. Yeah. Oh, but oh. I don't need a long report. I need a reg tracker.
Yeah. I mean, and if you guys, you know,
and then he's going to be like, bullshit. Sorry to cut you off. He's going to be like, bullshit. I had a client do this bullshit. I'm like, dude, go to Google.
Yeah.
There it is.
I mean, if you guys in Remote Millionaires, you guys know that our reports, that's what our report has, right? It's just the keyword rank tracking. When we take a screenshot, which is kind of a rudimentary way of doing this. So this is a really much nicer way to do that. And somebody else said, I'm going to kind of rapid fire through these questions because I do need to get out of here. Somebody else said, so what else are you going to do for the next subsequent months for SEO service for a client? Just send a report. Yes, of course you're going to send a report, but you're going to continue to create regular content. You're going to create, you know, 4 or 5 articles a month, depending on what kind of package you sell. Like our base SEO package, we sell for $1,000 a month, probably underpriced at this point. With that, we include 5 articles a month, and you can use this tool to create those articles. Whereas we are paying somebody $30 an article to write articles for us. That's another way.
Can I make a suggestion too?
What?
Don't blow your wad on a client. Don't come to them and show them like the 12 pages that you found for them and optimize. Show them like 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Then go get it.
Yeah.
And then say, hey, listen,
that way you have more.
Yeah.
That way you have more opportunity down the road. So they're not like, oh, you just optimized my whole site and everything immediately and you're just done. Like, no, you have
2 weeks later, they're like, thanks, bye.
Right. See you later.
That was awesome.
But if you're offering them other services, then they probably won't do that too. So somebody else, and then of course, yes, this is on page. We create more content. Then you go after backlinks. Then you do citations. Then you do press release. There's other things that you do beyond this, but once you get this right, you're going to see an incredible increase in rankings. And then you're going to be able to do all that other stuff as well. But if you don't get this right, you're never going to be able to rank a site. Somebody said, can Zagio import from all-in-one SEO plugin or just Yoast?
All-in-one, Yoast, or Rank Math.
And will it do not content on Element or Divi based on content pages?
Doesn't matter what builder you use.
Okay. Does a project planner bring in all of the index pages as an external site has when run an audit, or as a limited certain number of time pages?
It'll bring in all the pages that have ranking keywords.
All the important pages and not all the.
One of the things I don't like is a data dump.
Yeah. The swag.
Because when you get a data dump, let's say I was analyzing a site with, even 100 pages, and we brought in all 100 pages, and each of those 100 pages ranked for 50 different keywords. That's a data dump, right? So we've built tools like the seed and the phrase to help you clear your way through the data dump to organize down to what's needed. Mm-hmm. But no, we built the audit so that you're getting the most relevant information to your situation while ignoring all the other crap that's just going to crowd judgment.
Yeah, that's a good point. Jackie, I remember you actually mentioned a comment about seeing Zagio a while back before it had the AI integration, and you had a comment about schema. So one of the things that I wanted to mention, Jackie, is go watch the replay there, and there's a section on there about schema, which is a huge improvement Basically they have the whole schema database, and it'll write the schema, and you just can repopulate it with the important information. It's right there.
Generate AI schema. Sorry.
Yeah.
That would have been the last step.
Yeah. Let me just create it for you in 30 seconds real quick.
Yeah, I'll just press this button and it'll choose the right type of schema based on your content, which is based on your optimization, which is based on your keyword cluster. So you're going to get good schema. And then all you have to do is fill in your relevant details. Like it's going to pick a dummy phone number. And then unless you put the real phone number in there, but then it'll you just go in and update it to the relevant information, but you don't have to know how to write schema. You just
did it create it right there when you did that?
It's doing it right now.
It's doing it right now. And then you can paste in any schema you want. Of course, somebody had that question the other day, or you can edit the schema that it creates, but it creates it using Wizard. And those of you that are familiar with schemas, like schema can be confusing because it's such a large database of information. And, there's so many different inputs for different businesses. But if you're using AI to find out what type of business this is, it's going to write the schema, only the schema that you actually need, and then give you as much of it as you can, which is what you want. You want to have as much relevant schema as possible. For those of you that don't know what schema is, go watch the replay. Yeah, don't worry about it. Go watch the replay. Hit that button right there and let it build it for you. Let's see. Doug wants to know if this is for unlimited sites.
100. And we said this on the webinar too. So the license that is being offered through Nick and Tom is 100 website license. And if you fill it up with 100 sites, we'll pat you on the back and give you 100 more.
Yeah, and you better give us a percentage of your $10 million if you have.
Yeah, like anyone with 100 clients is.
Yeah. Somebody says they're in buying Zagio. Thanks, Herc. Welcome. I don't know who you are, but
I think you'll love it.
Somebody asked, does it work in any language?
Yes, it works. And your inputs are your outputs. You start in a different language. You supply the right search engine location, the TLD. It'll get you the right keywords in the right language, write the content in the right language, and write the schema in the right language. That's
another huge benefit of having AI, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Crazy. Let's see. Todd, how does this plugin compare to the onpage.ai software tool? Never heard of that one. Have you?
I don't know, but here's another thing that I'll talk about because I don't know what onpage.ai is. But if it at all is like an originality or an AI detection software, I don't give a shit. I've ranked sites with 100% AI, and until it's a problem, it's not a problem.
I see what he's saying. So he's worried about like the
AI detection.
Is the AI generated content going to be an issue?
No. I have one of the bonuses. I'll just tell you this. One of the bonuses you guys will get if you go and buy it from Nick and Tom and you buy the annual package for this. One of the bonuses you'll get is access to a live over-the-shoulder series where I found the niche, built the website, did all the keyword research and planning, wrote the optimization, got the content live, and it's now ranking number 2 in Google with 0 backlinks in under 60 days, and it's already generating leads, and I haven't even built a backlink yet. And also, I picked up a negative SEO from someone that's doesn't like me or is mad at me. Dorn, you said you didn't do it, but I don't know. Maybe you did. But yeah, I had 700 so far and counting negative SEO backlinks built to my site, and it's still there. But it was 100% AI. I'm sorry, I'm going on these tangents. The point is, don't worry about originality AI scores. It doesn't matter right now. It just doesn't matter. Okay.
And
I'll know that it matters, and we'll do something about it.
Yeah, that's a big shift that we're gonna make. So what we're planning on doing is we're gonna start using the AI generated content, and then we're gonna have someone on our team edit that content, right? So it's gonna be semi-original. And what I see, I don't see it. The genie is out of the bottle. Like there's no way that they're gonna be able to put that back in there. I think Google is going to become a version of ChatGPT. Like I 100% think that they're going to. You're going to type in Maui solar, and they're going to give you a ChatGPT type response. You'd be like, no, I don't want solar companies that have Tesla Powerwalls. And they're going to give you another response. I don't know what that's going to look like in terms of like AI generated content, but I can tell you when they do make a change, they're going to have to tell people about a change, and people are going to be able to get in front of that too. And I wouldn't worry about it. The people that don't take risks in their business, you can take, like, there are dumb risks and there are smart risks. There are risks that you can take that are managed risks. For me, when I look at this situation, I look at this as a managed risk. In the very beginning, 6 months ago, I was like, this could be kind of sketchy. It's at a place now where I'm willing to take the risk because I see that there is a huge potential for outsized proportional gains compared to everybody else right now. You don't want to be somebody that sat on the sidelines for far too long. That's what you do not want to happen. If you feel like you're somebody that's like, man, I should have been running Facebook ads a long time ago. I should have been doing this a long time ago. I should have done this a long time ago. And the reason that you didn't is probably because you sat on the sidelines and you watched. You watched while everybody else who had a little bit of risk management in their life jump in and take a little bit of risk, and now they have outsized proportions of increase in wealth or rankings or whatever it is compared to everybody else. It's because they took a little bit of risk. To me, this looks like a safe bet. So I'm going to take it. Herc's taking it. You can watch alongside. You'll probably see me have this 808 agency website outrank the Nick Ponte site pretty soon. You'll probably see me lower my cost for margin because I'm going to probably not need to hire as many content writers. I'm not going to have to hire and train as many SEO experts. I'm not going to, there's so many things. I'm going to have a lot easier on the operational side of actually fulfilling SEO. So our profitability is going to be a lot higher. And, you can either right now go to that link you see on your screen, watch the replay, pick this tool up, jump in, take a little bit of managed risk for yourself, start ranking your own website. I promise you the price that you're going to see on there is a smoking deal. We're not going to keep it up forever. You go try to buy Zagio right now organically, you're going to pay a much higher price than you're going to pay for what they're offering Tom and I as being a shark and in this community. And, there's a lot of things to come in the growth and the building and the innovation of this tool. So lock your deal in right now at this stupid low price point. And I don't think we really, is there anything else, Herc?
There's some, God.
You want to outrank my website. I see you.
No, I don't. I want to help you really dominate Hawaii, in fact. And what I was looking at is when you were talking about Nick Ponte and you said, where 808's going to outrank it. And it's like right away, my mind goes to, okay, let's go look at the domain and page authority.
Look, we have an unannounced bonus on the replay. And I don't want to let the cat out of the bag on that. We can talk. We're talking about getting into the wheelhouse of that. So look.
Can I just say one thing?
Okay. All right.
Nick Ponte, okay, without being like, I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but this site is not optimized that well at all.
It's old. It's old
and it's not optimized well. And there's a shit ton of opportunity because of the established brand that you already have.
Right.
And that's all I'll say.
Yeah. Wait and see. And
I'm talking, and I'm talking this shit ton of opportunity that you're sitting on is a week of work away from seeing the result.
Yeah. All right, everybody. Let's give Herc a big, huge shout out. Thank him for coming in. I love doing this type of live stream where it's just like content. We dive deep. I want to continue to do these types of streams. Really appreciate you all being here. We're going to leave this replay up for a couple of days. SEO is my favorite service to sell clients. It is the most profitable service to sell clients. It is the easiest to systemize, especially when you use a tool like this. It gets even easier, crazier. The returns, the results are a lot higher. Go to the link you see on your screen, pick it up now. Let us know about your rankings in the Facebook group. I know there are going to be a lot of them, and we'll see you next time, everybody. Thanks, Herc.
Yeah, no problem, man.
You've been watching the Aloha Marketing Jam Session, your weekly marketing live show, always bringing you the latest strategies and tactics to build your remote empire from anywhere in the world. Don't forget to like, comment, and share this stream. You can stay up to date throughout the week with the Remote Millionaires Podcast at remotemillionaires.com/podcast and Nick's YouTube videos at nickponte.com/YouTube. We'll be back here next Friday for another live show. Until then, aloha.